Hello, Sunday was a dry day, plenty of sunshine for most parts of the UK. Okay, it felt quite cool out and about with temperatures below average, and we started the day on a cold and frosty note, even a bit of morning fog here in the Highlands. But the satellite picture shows the extent of the sunshine. Can't help but notice this stripe of cloud further west. Well, that's what's coming our way next. And looking at the weather over the next few days, it is going to be very wet indeed, particularly for West Scotland, Western England, and especially Wales. We're likely to see some flooding building in here because we've got these weather fronts moving in, and these are going to be bringing heavy outbreaks of rain through Sunday night and throughout Monday as well. The fronts are slow moving. The rain's going to be heavy and persistent. The Met Office have issued this amber weather warning. 20 to 40 millimetres southern Wales, 100 millimetres over the hills. The ground is saturated, and so according to Natural Resource Wales, flooding is expected. It's not just Wales that will see that heavy rain. It'll be heavy enough to cause a few issues for western parts of England and for western Scotland too, although in Scotland and Northern Ireland the rain does clear through. Sunshine and showers follow during Monday. Windy through the English Channel coast, gusts of wind running into the 50s of miles an hour. It will be a much milder day, but our focus is on the risk of flooding in Wales. Now, the rain continues to come down through Monday night across Wales before the weather front finally gives up and starts moving its way eastwards. By the time we get to Tuesday morning, it will be quieter for many of us, with the weather becoming drier. However, all that rain will still be working down the river catchments. So we're going to see a number of flood warnings issued, I think, over the next few days. And the flooding situation could get worse into Tuesday, even though the weather will be improving. Okay, low pressure's still around, but we will see some showery conditions rather than the persistent heavy rain. So weather-wise on Tuesday, quite a windy day. A day of sunshine and showers. The showers most frequent across western areas. I suppose the benefit of having those fairly strong winds is those showers get blown across the skies pretty quickly, so they won't last very long in any one place. Temperatures, we're looking at highs of between 9 and 11 degrees Celsius. A bit cooler than that, though, for the far north of Scotland. Heading into Wednesday, the same area of low pressure is still just to the west of Scotland, but it continues to die, so the winds are turning lighter. We still have showers around. The bulk of these will be across western Scotland. Elsewhere, there'll be, I think, relatively few and far between, so you may well get away with a dry day with some sunny intervals. Temperatures about 8 to 11 Celsius. Then as we lose that area of low pressure, as we go through Thursday and Friday, another one starts to move in from the west. So eventually this will bring some windier weather. Now Thursday itself got a weak band of rain that's going to be crossing the UK, so it won't be particularly heavy, but it is slow moving, and across parts of eastern England it could be a particularly wet day. The skies will turn a bit brighter in the west, the weather a bit drier later in the day. Heading into Friday, we start off probably with some lightish winds, maybe a few mist and fog patches to start the day, but the winds will then pick up in western areas, with gales developing in Northern Ireland later in the day as outbreaks of rain start to move in. Otherwise, probably quite a lot of cloud around on Friday. Temperatures 7 or 8 in the east, so feeling quite cool, but double figures in the west. The following weekend, that same area of low pressure will bring outbreaks of rain across much of the country. So, for the time being, the big concern is the risk of flooding across southern Wales over the next 24 hours.